I've fallen down a very specific rabbit hole where basically I have been reading reviews like it's an addiction. I've been reading reviews from people from other countries. Okay, so they don't live in the US, but they come here from all over the world. And I have been reading their reviews of having Doritos for the first time. And y'all, I think we did crack again because when they come over here, it's people from France being like, I had one, my friend offered me one, and then when I looked down, I don't know how much time had passed, but there were 6 bags on the ground. And this is my thing, like, maybe what we are doing with Doritos is bad, you know what I mean? Because when you read the back of a bag of Doritos and you look at the ingredients, they all are words longer than what should be in food. If you read the back of a bag of Doritos, it looks like the recipe for meth, right? It's just a lot of propylene glycol sounding stuff and everything. So no wonder they come from around the world. They come from Europe, Asia. They get addicted and everything. It's sad to watch. It really is, because then they're in the review. They're like, I just ate so many and I couldn't stop. And then if you're reading it as an American, you like, yeah. Like, this isn't exactly news or anything, you know? If anything, that's on you for getting 6 of the little bags. You should have got a family-size bag. You know what I mean? If it's just you eating by yourself, you get the family-size bag. It is fiscally irresponsible what you're doing right now. Just getting 6 bags of the little ones like you gonna stop or something. You can't control yourself. You're in it now. You know? And sometimes I see them. Sometimes I see them over. I'm like, you know him. You know him when you see him because you can check the fingers, right? You know? Let me see your hands. And you see the hands like addicted. What a shame. Because no other country lets their companies do to the people what we let the companies do to us as far as ingredients. Like, we're like, man, it's very good. It's so good. It is good. It's not good for you, and it does have a taste that should not be in a human mouth. And I can tell that because people who have been alive for a long time are like, I've been eating forever, and I've never eaten anything like this before. It's taken me to a place I don't know if I want to go to. And you're reading them and you're like, how is it this serious? But then you actually travel, because like I've traveled around the world and stuff, and I've been to some of these countries that talk about the Doritos, and I can tell they're going to get addicted, because when I go there and I eat their food, I'm like, yeah, y'all missing quite a few flavors. Your palate isn't ready. And you can tell that because you'll go to like the Netherlands or something like that, and they'll be like, oh no, don't eat what we make. Go to like a Turkish restaurant or something. If you eat what we make, you'll die. Like, don't do it. We make cardboard over here. Your stomach not ready for what we do over here. We just boil the water and eat it. Like, you know? But I was reading, there was one dude from Poland who was like, I don't know what to do with myself. He said, I'm reading it, I don't know what to do with myself. I've had every flavor multiple times. A friend gave me some at a party. They always started like that too. Like a friend gave me some while I was at a party. They started with that peer pressure type stuff. And that's how you can tell it's drugs for them. They're like, my friend introduced me to Doritos. I was young and innocent. Now I've been running up and down town trying different flavors and stuff. And this dude from Poland was basically, this is like on a Reddit post, and this dude was pretty much admitting that he was extending his stay in the States to spend more time with Doritos. He's like admitting to the open internet that he is overstaying his visa to eat as many Doritos as possible. He is risking ever being able to return to the country. I live in New York, and sometimes I'm walking down the street. Sometimes I walk from show to show instead of taking the train and stuff. And I was walking from one show to the other, and I was passing this bodega. And outside the bodega was a dude that was over here like, you know, just standing there, doing one of these and everything. And I don't know, I've lived in some bad neighborhoods, all right? And when you see this, you know their day isn't going well, right? This right here, if you walk up on somebody and they're doing this, you about to be asked for a favor, right? Like, these are not the movements of someone that's just gonna wish you a good day, right? So you're about to hear a story when you see this. And so I'm walking by, and as I walk by, he's like, excuse me, sir. And I was like, oh, that's different. What's up? How you doing? He's like, I was just wondering if you could spare a dollar or two so I could get something to eat in there. And then I had a $5 bill in my pocket, so I handed it to him. He's like, oh, thank you so much. And to get some Doritos. It's like, I'm an enabler. I've been very excited to come to Dallas and spend time with you, make you laugh and everything. I love coming here because I grew up in Louisiana, and so we would come to Dallas a lot. Yeah, didn't tell you which part. And I would visit, Dallas sometimes growing up and stuff, and the thing that we're known for in Louisiana and in Texas is just amazing food. Right? Things that will change your life, things that you won't forget, amazing meals of every type, Like, we're known in Louisiana for a lot of the Creole stuff, jambalaya and gumbo, everything like that. And then in Texas, it's a lot of the barbecue, a lot of good meats and everything. And then you see people in other parts of the country that will start a whole restaurant pretending to do what y'all do here, right? Like pretending to be the same. And then you'll go there. You might even walk into a, real Texas barbecue restaurant in Pennsylvania. And you're nice, you're cordial, because you're good people. And you sit down and you have a couple bites, and then you're like, no. No. That was good. You tricked me. You got me to come in. That's good. I like what you did there. It's because you got the font right. You got the font on the... That's what got me. You got the print right on the awning. And, ooh, okay. Because this isn't Texas toast. This is fat bread. You did fat bread. You didn't do any... Oh, you won't get me again, but that's nice. That's nice. Got to give it to you. Wow. And that's the thing. Is that sometimes, you have food that people really believe in, but it is bad. It's just not good. Belief doesn't make a meal, right? And especially when I look online, it feels sometimes like we're lost, And I can tell that we're lost just because of what I see happening nonstop. Also online, because you have a forum, because people can comment, I see people say some of the most beautiful things and some of the most hateful things to each other that we know people wouldn't have the courage to say in person, right? Sometimes you're in person and maybe you want to tell someone how great you think they are, but you're worried about being embarrassed, so you keep it in or you just give them a thumbs up, whatever the thing is, right? But online, if you're never going to meet this person, you can really let them have it, one way or the other, good or bad, right? And so I've seen some really hateful comments that I know people wouldn't say if they were in person with the person, right? And when it comes to cooking TikToks, I think some of this hate doesn't go far enough. I think that it's important to really let the people know. You know what I mean? Because you watching whole nasty recipes be made and then people just commenting the vomit emoji. It's like, no. We need to get into their personality. We need to get into their upbringing. We need to get into why they thought this was a good idea. Because they love to do it. They love to make nasty food and then film themselves, no shame, film themselves making the nasty food that should be illegal. The police should be kicking the door open as we speak. And not only did you not keep this a secret, you filmed it. You did an edit, and then you put it out for the world to see. You self-incriminated for no reason. And all this nasty food is somehow world famous or it's Nana's. Stop putting bad food on your Nana. Don't do that. You know she didn't bring you up like that to be making this slop. You know that grandma is turning her grave right now knowing that you're putting stuff like that on her name. Because then the recipes don't make sense. They're like, you could use half a cup of sugar or salt, whichever. And it's like, that's a lunatic. That's an actual terrorist right there. That's wild that you're just telling people that. Why do you believe that? It's upsetting because then... Back in the day, you know, this is what I'm told by my mom. This is what I was told by my grandma. You know, back in the day, if you had a recipe that was nasty, you couldn't just broadcast it to the world like that, the way the open internet has allowed us to. You had to poison people one at a time. You had to invite them over to your home. You had to say, come on, no, let me cook for you. And then you had to sit them down. And then they had to smell what was happening and decide to stay. It was a lot that went into feeding bad food to people back in the day. And then maybe if you got famous enough, you could have a cookbook. And then one of the cookbooks, maybe you falling off and nobody knows yet because they didn't make it themselves. But now, you see people, and the videos look good. Ingredients popping up on the screen, and then they pop off, and then they're chopped, and it's a beautiful thing to watch. But then you see them take a bite of it, and you can tell it's nasty because they only take one bite, and then the video ends. They don't serve it to anybody. Because you know you've been invited to someone's house that thought they could cook but couldn't. And then you took a bite. You're a good person. So you go ahead and you take a bite, and you know when you take that first bite, okay, I'm gonna have to get rid of this. I'm gonna have to figure out a way. If there's a dog nearby, but I'm not gonna swallow. No, you're not gonna get me. You take that first bite, and they're like, how you like it? Oh, you can tell you made something nasty if somebody take a bite and then can I be excused real quick? Where's your bathroom at? They just in that bathroom sweating, just like, what am I gonna do? It's a full plate. Oh, it's really horrible what people have done to each other. You know what I mean? It's just with a straight face, too. And now you got people broadcasting. Come with me while I make my Nana's world-famous mayonnaise grapes or whatever. Like, and they don't even know there's anything wrong with it because, once again, they weren't brought up with sense. You know? The amount of times I've been brought over to someone's house, and look, if anyone goes to the trouble of cooking for me, I appreciate it. You took your money, you bought the ingredients, and maybe you messed it up, all right? Maybe that's what happened, but I still appreciate the effort, right? As long as I don't have to finish it, you know? Because the amount of times I've been invited to someone's house and been fed shepherd's pie. You can tell from your groans. Like, shepherd's pie is already on the line. Shepherd's pie is crip walking a tightrope of nasty, right? One false step and shepherd's pie has fallen into slop, all right? You can't just do whatever you want with shepherd's pie and make it delicious. That's not how the world works. And I have been fed shepherd's pies that make you go, maybe I don't know how to eat. Maybe I'm the one. You know what I mean? Because I'll bite into a shepherd's pie and they'd be like, what just cut my mouth? Because that's what I hate. If you invite me over, at least know you cook what you cooked. Know you can do the thing that you said you... Don't invite me over and then be like, you know, I just went ahead and threw out the cookbook on this one and just went with the flow. Not with my mouth. The amount of shepherd's pies I've had where I've been like, all right, how good of a friend are they? One time I got invited to a friend's house and he made shepherd's pie and he put the he plated us, right? Gave us the bowls of shepherd's pie or whatever and then fed the dog at the same time. And the bowls looked the same, right? And so I was like, what did you do for this to look like this? There's shepherd's pie, and then look, I'm gonna lose some of you, but we have to talk about it, all right? I've been invited to friends' houses before where they have served, I won't even say served, they subjected me to their version of pot pie. Pot pie is unacceptable, all right? Pot pie is absolutely insane. First of all, I knew I didn't have money growing up when my mom would take us to Walmart and we would go to the frozen section and she would grab that banquet pot pie, right? That red box of pot pie. In the only condition where a pot pie looks good is that picture. When they pull it out the oven and they do the slit and the steam coming up. And you don't even see, you see the steam and you see the crust of the pie. You don't see the slop that's happening below. You don't see the insanity that's having that hot sludge with peas and carrots and supposedly chicken. You're not seeing any of that. That's not chicken. I know chicken. Me and chickens are tight, right? I know chickens back and forth, left and right, and that is not chicken, okay? That's not chicken at all. I don't know what it is exactly, but it doesn't have the consistency. That's not chicken at all. Sitting there with a pot pie. Pot pie is disgusting, okay? I remember the first time my mama fed me a pot pie. Went, got it, put it in the oven, was telling me about it. Oh, I think you'll like it, everything. And then, she pulls it out of the oven. I remember my first bite of pot pie. I looked at my mama and said, Mama, I'm gonna work so we don't have to live like this. Like this, Mama, I'm gonna change our lives, okay? It won't be like this forever, all right? Because I know you're doing your best. Pot pie, the hot sludge that is under the crust of pot pie. And then I had a friend try to argue with me about pot pie. He was like, no, the crust is the best part. Ooh, okay. Wait, if you think crust is the best part of the pot pie, I got good news for you. If you love the crust of a pot pie, I got a good word for you today. There's something called bread, all right? Oh, if you love the crust of a pot pie, wait until you meet bread. Bread, when bread comes into your life, it's gonna change. If you love the crust of a pot pie so much you're willing to endure a pot pie, then get ready to meet toast. You can have dry, crusty, delicious bread that has nothing to do with purple Greek sludge, whatever. Because that's the other thing. It's people's version of pot pie. So I've had pot pies that were just like the standard peas and carrots and chicken or a little bit of beef or whatever. But I've also had ones where they were like, I threw a little goat's cheese in there. I did. This is not up to interpretation. This thing is nasty through and through. Pot pie. Pot pie. Pot pie is white slave food, all right? This is the food of subjugation. This is the food of fiefdom, all right? Pot pie makes sense if this is the 1600s. We don't have to do this. We are Americans. People fly from around the world and overstay their visas to eat our cracked Doritos. I've been watching so much news, which is depressing. It's like they don't tell you about the good stuff. You gotta go find the good stuff on your own. It does feel like, I'm not gonna speak for anybody here, but it feels like, for the most part, I think I feel the way a lot of people feel, which is a sort of disillusion with some of even the process of politics, you know, because we've become accustomed, because we have more access to information than we've ever had, and because we at least see ourselves as more discerning than we've ever been. We feel like we can tell when someone is lying, right? And we've all known and accept that politicians lie. It's to the point now where we don't even really judge who we vote for off of who lied the most. We judge it off of like how many people accidentally told the truth. You know what I mean? Like you look down the ticket and you're like, he got caught in that hot mic. I like that. That was a good one. You know, and I get it. It sucks not just to be lied to, but to. When you're lied to, you know, and when you figure it out, you see the manipulation that was at play. And if someone's trying to manipulate you, they don't respect you. They don't care about you. You know what I mean? Even when they say they're doing it for your own good, it's like some of the things, let me decide, right? So we don't like when our politicians lie to us, but I don't know if we really want them to tell the truth either. Imagine a local politician, or maybe your country's representative coming to you and just being like, no, we're it's bad. I don't think we can recover. This is beyond repair. Doesn't feel great because that sounds very true. I hope you're lying. Some people, you know, offer up the truth even when they don't need to. You know what I mean? And sometimes that's a noble thing, and sometimes it's a very dumb thing. Sometimes it's just an odd thing. Like RFK told the truth this week about... I'll back up. In New York City, in Central Park, in 2014, there was a bear that was found in Central Park. They're not native. There was a bear that was found in Central Park next to a bicycle, right? And no one understood what happened. The police looked into it. The police couldn't figure it out. The internet sleuths couldn't put anything together. It was a genuine mystery, a decades-long mystery up until this week, when RFK Jr., for no reason, told the world, y'all, that was me. That was, I did do that one. So, RFK, as he tells the story, apparently him and his friends were going falconing. I don't know what falconing is. All I know is you took the word falcon and you made it a verb, right? I don't know if falconing means you hunt falcons, or that you use falcons to hunt, or you just talk to falcons. I don't know what y'all doing out there, but you put ing behind it, so I know it involves the falcons, right? And RFK Jr. was on his way to go falconing, and he's on his way, and then he stops in the road because the person in front of him stopped because the woman in the car in front of him had hit a bear and killed it, right? And so RFK gets out and sees that she's killed this bear, and he's like, I'll take it. Which is interesting, right? That's probably one of the last things I would have guessed you'd say when you see a dead bear. And so he takes it, he puts it in his car, and then he goes falconing with his friends, and they're having a good time. I know we're talking about RFK, but for a split second, I want to focus on the woman that was driving, right? Because there are a few shocks that she had to get over within her day. One, you're driving. You're just a woman in the world living your life, and you're driving, and then something runs out on the road in front of you, and you hit it, right? And that is a car accident. Like, we can't forget, this person was in a car accident. Like, I hope she didn't have any injuries or anything. And just a near miss alone can be shocking. It can rattle you for like days or a long time. Depends on what happened. And so she hits this thing and has to get over the initial shock of almost being in what could have been a very bad car accident. And then she gets out and she's like, what did I hit? Was it a deer or something? It wasn't a deer. It was a bear, which is specific. I don't know anyone else it's happened to. And so you get out of the car and you're standing over this bear that you've just hit. And you're also, wow, I was almost in an accident, so I'm shocked. My heart is racing. It's sad. I've just killed this animal. And then RFK Jr. walks up to the other side of your car and stands over the bear with you and goes, I'll take it. Like you were selling it at a yard sale. And so RFK Jr. went falconing with his friends, and they were falconing for a while, apparently. According to him, they were having a great time. So I don't know if the birds were extra talkative that day, or I don't know what was happening. But they were like, you a falcon, you a falcon, you a falcon. And then the falcons, I guess, were like, blah, 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 like I don't know what noise they do. I don't know what they do. But, you know, he's over here falconing. And then they go to dinner, right? Where I'm sure they ate a different type of meat. And he's talking to his friends because the reason he took the bear was to skin it and eat the meat, which I didn't know was an option. I didn't know that bears were running around just big-ass chickens. I had no idea. And so, you know, he's talking to his friends and he's having a great time at dinner, and then he realizes, I actually have a flight. I can't keep this bear in my car. And apparently throughout the entire meal, when he's talking to his friends about the bear being in his car, no one went, what? That never happened. Didn't occur at all. And maybe that's just how they roll as friends. Maybe RFK had a bear in the back and his friend was like, I got 2 giraffes. Like, and you know what it's like when you get 2 giraffes in the back of your car, they get all knotted up and everything. You gotta take them home and then unwrap them like some headphone cords, you know? And so then RFK decides that, you know, he obviously can't keep the bear in his car, and he has a flight and everything, and I guess no one else wanted the bear. And so he went to Central Park, and as a joke, this was like a prank that he was doing, he left the bear with a bicycle that he also had to get rid of. I don't know how big his vehicle is. How big is your vehicle that you got a bear in there and you have a bicycle at the same time? So then he leaves the bear and the bicycle in Central Park and then goes and has his flight and goes wherever. And the next day, no one really got the joke. Like, no one really... The next day, everyone was mostly confused. They were like, so... did someone hit the bear with a bike? Or was the bear riding a bike and then decided to die? Like, was the bear on a bike and then was like, this ain't for me? You know what I mean? And so no one knew, no one put it together, no one solved the mystery until now, because RFK Jr. came clean. Because he was the only one that knew. The other reason that no one solved it until now is that the woman who, let's go back to her for just a quick second. I think the woman that hit the bear and then gave it to RFK or let him take it and then went about her life, you know, she also didn't come forward, because I think the next day when she turned on the news and saw the bear in Central... she had to have been like, nah. There's no way. I like to think that from her perspective, she hits the bear, RFK takes it, she goes about her life, but then the next day, she thinks that RFK thought that he needed to make it look like an accident. Like...
Mira, Welcome to the Josh Johnson Show. I'm Josh Johnson, joined by my co-host, fellow stand comedian Logan Nielsen. Logan, how you doing, buddy?
I am doing all right, man. How are you?
I'm good. I think that like it becomes tough after a while to like try to empathize in every scenario. Like
Okay.
Like, I don't know. I really try to put myself in other people's shoes, and I really try to give people the benefit of the doubt all the time, right?
Can I just say we've started a couple episodes with not only just this like tone, but you've started with this sentiment. So sounds like Josh is getting a little more judgmental, getting a little more over people.
It's not even over people. It's literally just that I'm starting to get confused. Sometimes you genuinely cannot understand what someone was thinking before something happened. You know?
Okay, yeah.
And like I've stopped trying to pretend I would have done the same thing under the same circumstances. And maybe that's just an immature version of empathy where you're like, "Oh, maybe I would have done that if I were them or if I were in their situation, whatever." I
don't know if it's an immature form of empathy. I think
it's not true, so that's why I'm saying it might be immature. Basically, I was okay. So our hotel, I'm in Atlanta for the week, and our hotel it's near Chick-fil-A.
God damn it.
And today
I didn't think that big of an opening was going to be a Chick-fil-A story, but go ahead.
Well, just today I was walking, and we're near Olympic Park, and so I was walking across Olympic Park to get to the venue. And from, like, okay, so I was going a very roundabout way. I'm, like, really just trying to enjoy my day, so I'm taking my time getting there, right? Mm-hmm. And there was a guy that was leaving Chick-fil-A.
Sure.
And he had just too many drinks. Like, at a certain amount of drinks, you need to come back for these drinks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
or bring a friend.
Yeah, because
bring one of the friends who is getting one of those drinks.
Yeah, every cup holder except for the handheld cup holders that only have 2 has 4 spots. Mm-hmm. There's a 5th spot if you're creative enough and you plan ahead well enough. There is a 5th spot in the middle.
Specifically the tray one with the little divots, because a lot of them do those carry ones now with the handles, and those don't have the 5th spot. So that's why I wanted to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We're talking about the same thing. The if you're creative with the
cardboard
tray,
ones with the handle.
No. The cardboard ones with no handle.
No, that's what I was saying.
The 5th one, yeah.
That's what I was saying. Those have the 5th spot, but a lot of places have switched to those just kind of cardboard, like little carry ones with a handle. Those don't have the 5th spot. That's what I was just trying to clarify.
So then basically he had already enough for 10 drinks, right? Uh-huh. My man only has 2 hands.
Sure.
He had a third. I don't know how he expected. First of all, I don't know how he got out the door, because I didn't see him walking out of the Chick-fil-A specifically. They were Chick-fil-A drinks, and Chick-fil-A's right around the corner, right?
Right. Yeah.
But he's walking out, and he has propped up with the other 2 trays a third tray with 5 drinks on it.
Wait. So
okay. One hand.
So hold on.
Has 5 drinks in one tray.
Sure, on the tray, yes.
Another hand has 5 drinks in one tray.
Okay.
He's holding them together closely enough that they're holding up a third tray.
That's insane.
And like you would expect, I don't know if it was the wind or gravity or whatever.
Or fear.
Completely rational element took him out.
Yeah.
But the middle tray falls and just splashes him with all the drinks.
Sure.
But then, because of the weight of the third tray not being there between the 2, the counterbalance just was off. And so the other 2 trays fall out of his hands. He didn't save a single drink.
You getting 15 drinks. You couldn't have one friend to come with you.
And like at 15 drinks, they clearly need to hire another intern. I mean, I don't know what this man's job was, but like...
either he's an intern or he has 14 friends who don't care about him.
Because it was, first of all, the amount of liquid was too much. It looked like it rained on him from the knees down.
I'm sure even if you get like a medium at a place like that, they're pretty healthy sized cups. And now imagine if they're all larges.
Yeah.
Shitloads of sweet tea on them.
Socks were soaked. And it's not even the type of person you can help. Because he just stood in it for a second. Like, you can see him just gathering himself.
No, there's not a thing you can do except for walk up and just like put a hand on his shoulder and be like, hey, another day, buddy.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's a new day. Forget today. You're done. You've done all of today that you can do.
Easily $65 worth of beverage before tax.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
and you can't just go back in and be like, I dropped it. Can you do that again?
Can you do all of that again? And
I don't. That again for
I
you?
have no. I don't know this person at all. I don't know what their situation or their life is like. But it seemed like the way that they just stopped. It did not seem like. First of all, the color on their pants suggested it was not all 15 lemonades. Like these seem like very as specific as you can get at Chick-fil-A drinks.
Remember how you used to go down the fountain and they used to call it a suicide? You'd get one of everybody. You'd get one of every drink,
One of everybody, yeah.
You get one of everybody, but you go through and get one of every drink. So he's now wearing a suicide fountain drink on his shirt now.
Yeah, suicide is a very apt word for...
I don't know if everyone called it that, but we used to call it that when
I've heard of that before.
We were kids. Okay. Yeah. It's a fucked up term, but that's what we called it when we were kids.
I feel like there's only so much a person can like reasonably be asked to do and like even ask of yourself. And that's why I was like, in life, I used to be the person to be like, that poor guy just fighting to get his 15 drinks wherever he needed to get them. But knowing how the world is and knowing that he is probably also staying at the same hotel as me, which means he's next to the Chick-fil-A, which means someone probably sent him to just get all the drinks.
Right.
And not even hold a door open.
Right, yeah.
I'm like, at a certain point, bro, you gotta stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
You have to be like, I have two hands. If I could carry 15 drinks, I wouldn't be working here. I'd be on America's Got Talent. I'd be through to the next round. Like you can't just
walking around stage with trays just going, Howie?
Yeah. Because you can't just let people be unreasonable and then be like, clearly if I believe in myself, I can do this completely unreasonable thing.
It's weird little things that are making you less empathetic. It's been mostly, I think, food related too.
Yeah, almost always. Yeah.
What is it about food situations like that make you particularly annoyed with humans and make you lose that empathy for people?
You know what's gonna happen, so just move accordingly. Like you know what life is. You know what. This
is a great statement coming from you, by the way.
No. I'm. There's a level. At 15 drinks, you're not paying attention to life.
I just love the profoundness of this.
No, but
this beverage run, the profound effect this beverage run had on you.
But at 15 drinks, because here's the thing, you cannot let yourself. You can't let yourself become a slave to someone else's delusion, right?
Right, yeah.
So if someone is like, oh, hey, go out there and bring me back 15 drinks with your bare hands, no matter how much you love them or this job or believe in them or yourself, reality is going to have a check-in with you at some point. It just feels like an unfortunate trap in how we, as a society, function.
I know I asked you at the start of this episode, but you good?
I'm fine. I have I don't think in life, I think I'm trying to carry 8 drinks. Like, it's a lot, but it's not crazy. That's literally what the tray is made for.
For sure, yeah.
I mean, I think in summation, just don't have 5 kids. I guess I don't know what I'm even getting at. Really, it's just it felt exhausting to see.
10 friends is enough. 10 friends is enough. I think is what you're saying.
10 friends is enough.
10 friends enough. 10 friends already might be too many.
To get drinks for, yes.
Forget drinks for it, yeah.
That's wild.
Which actually got to add you in there. So 9 friends is enough because you're the 10th. You're the 10th drink slot. And those 5th slots on the thing are bonus slots too. So really, let's trim it down. 7 friends is really all you need.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. Move accordingly. 7 friends. That's all you need.
3. Yeah, I mean, one tray.
One tray. Yeah, I think have less friends. Have less friends. Be less sticky. Well, It wasn't until I finished saying it that I didn't like it.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm all right. I want to tell you about something that happened to me the other night. Didn't really happen to me, but it was something I had to deal with for a second. I think I've talked before how I'm a substitute teacher, but I run a theater department. So I work with high school kids directing a play right now. We had rehearsal last night. Last night was Halloween night too, so people are out and about. Stuff's happening. But I'm having rehearsal with my kids, and then as we're finishing up, suddenly a bunch of my kids, their phones start blowing up from their parents, and all the messages say are like, "Don't leave school alone, leave in groups." Like, that's all we're getting. So alarming messages, to just like vague alarming messages, very horror movie messages from parents. Mm-hmm. And then we get like finally someone's like, "Oh, they're looking for a guy who's out in town." Like the police are looking for a guy. Keep in mind, very, very small town, right? So my kids are all freaking out now, and they're like, "When we all leave, can you come with us? Can you check our cars, like look in trunks and back seats?" I'm like, "Absolutely, we'll do that." I'm like, "Go get your stuff. Everyone go get their stuff out of their lockers." I go outside, and there's like trucks driving around. People are just out and about looking, I think, for this guy too, or trying to check on stuff. And there's a parent pulling a van through the parking lot. And they're like, "Oh, are you guys wrapping up?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm about to lead them out. We're going to check cars." She goes, "Cool." And I was like, "What's going on?" And they go, "Oh, he has a gun." And I go, "Oh, shit." And then I go back into the school, and then it's just me in the school. There's no other staff. And keep in mind, I am not a full-time teacher. So really, I shouldn't be in charge of most things. Mm-hmm. So I go inside. The only other adult there is the night janitor, and I ask her, and I just tell her, I'm like, "Oh, hey, by the way, I guess they're looking for a guy, who has a gun." And she goes, "Oh, well then we have a couple doors in this school that are open till 9 p.m. We need to lock down the school, you and me, and like follow full like active shooter lockdown protocol, a janitor and a substitute teacher."
I mean, what a buddy cop comedy.
Right? What an adventure that would be.
Yeah.
Luckily, before we had to really go nuts, because I was about to go like lock the kids in the library, and then we were going to go like door to door locking them, we got confirmation they caught the guy. Guy was on the run. He was wanted for stuff in Missouri, I guess. But luckily but there was just a quick moment of me being like, "Oh shit, I need to suddenly be a teacher. I need to suddenly be an administrator and protect these kids."
I mean, honestly, if you were on the run, small town is not the move. Like, I can't even believe, obviously, if you're on the run, you're running, so you're not getting to be choosy about where you're running through.
Yeah.
But, hey, the place where everybody knows everybody is not the place you want. Imagine walking into Cheers and being Ted Bundy.
Ted!
It's like, guys, there are regulars here.
Yeah, you gotta go. I mean, where only some know your name. No, but you gotta. It's like a mid-tier town, right? Mm-hmm. If you gotta leave, you gotta flee a city. major cities have big, police task force and stuff like that. Small town like mine, everyone knows everybody, so we know when there's someone new in town that no one knows, right? Mm-hmm. You got to go slightly bigger. You got to go a mid-tier town where everyone kind of knows each other, but not well. You know what I mean?
Or like at least enough people that people look like people. Like if you saw someone in passing and they look enough like somebody else that you just let them go. That would also be a good place to be. But just a small town with one high school, because there's one high school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with one high school, it's like that. You're getting caught, bro. You're done.
Yeah. What you're saying is you need a high enough likelihood of there being a doppelganger.
Yes, exactly.
You want to maybe look like a guy maybe you've seen in passing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like when you are, I've never been on the run. I imagine you make a lot of snap decisions, which is probably why people get caught. But I don't know. As soon as you told me he was on the run, in my head, in this story, I was like, they're catching this dude. This is like, there's not that many people here.
Yeah. No.
Even if you put on a fake mustache, we still don't know your head.
Yeah, this isn't like back in the day where you just wander into Old Town and just say like, "Oh, I'm this guy. I'm Jerry here." Any work? That time doesn't exist anymore.
Not only does it not exist anymore, even the small town will have the internet. So even the small town is wait, let me just put your face next up to this wanted poster on my phone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of your phone, what are you just gonna look down at that the whole time? You keep in mind we are videoing. Us,
yeah, I'm trying to find something that
Okay.
I was trying to find something that related to your on the run
my what?
thing.
Oh, on the run thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn. Okay. I can't find it, but basically it was it sucks. Yeah. I did all that looking for nothing.
Because it's when I start telling a story and you immediately only look down at your phone the whole time, it really makes me feel like you just don't want to hear the fucking story.
No, I'm always excited when you tell a story. I'm always like, oh man, I want to have a thing for when you're done, and then I.
Well, that sounds more like you're excited for me to be done.
No, I'm for kidding. When you're done, I want to
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh, here's the thing with when you're on the run. Here's some on the run tips, whatever. And then there was there's
some on the run. I don't know if we should though be getting into on the run tips fully. I guess, fuck it, let's do it. What's some on the run tips? Think of some off the top of your head.
Off the top of my head, don't go to a small town.
We got that one. Yeah. Number one, don't small town. This is another situation where not having more than 3 friends is going to help you. Less people to rat you out.
Mm-hmm. Also,
move accordingly.
Cash is king.
Cash is king. It rules everything around me.
Cash will get you
dollar bill, y'all.
Safely into many places, just nowhere to stay. Most hotels need a credit card now.
Yeah.
So then there's no amount of cash. In fact, if you offer to pay extra,
they're definitely not letting
you. They'll be like, we can't let you in now.
I mean, I think there are still hotels you probably could still get into, but you are leaving itchy. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Do you know there's still some hourly motels?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a couple in Chicago, yeah.
I mean, can we talk about the levels of potential filth? I'm not saying they're all dirty. They don't have to be dirty.
But you're also not saying that.
I'm saying for an hour, you either have to have the most fit and fresh for the day, cleaning, I can only imagine, your cleaners have to be actual athletes.
Right.
To get the rooms properly cleaned for an hourly motel.
They're going and sweeping and scrubbing like they're curlers in the Olympics.
Yeah. You probably got to have 2 in the room at a time so that someone's working on the bed while someone's working on the bathroom and like all that stuff. It's just chaos.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't. Yeah. No, it's hourly. Anyway, if you're on the run, I suppose you'll also want to have like caps and shades for all occasions. I will say that now
Caps and shades for all occasions.
Now you want to probably wear a mask. You know,
Yeah.
a mask
Like a
will
Halloween
help.
mask. Oh.
And I think that's really all you can do is not use a. There's too much CCTV now. Now, if you did it and they want to catch you, they're going to get you.
They're gonna get you. They're gonna get you good. Yeah. Okay, so
What do you
our
have
main
on the
tips:
list?
avoid small towns. So I'm recapping yours quick. So avoid small towns.
Mm-hmm.
Bring cash. Hats. Hats are a plus. We'll go hats and masks. We'll just make that as one point.
Okay.
Hats and masks. I'd say probably, restrict your diet a little bit. Don't eat things that are going to upset you. Because you don't want to be on the run and then you got to blow up a toity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be funny though if like they catch you and they catch you in the toilet because you're on a train and it's like true catch me if you can style, but then you really got a boo boo, right? Like you.
Yeah.
And so then you go to the bathroom and you over here just sitting there, just like and then now you brought attention to yourself because it's like, hey, why is this train car stank? And it's like, oh, it's whoever's in there. And
this dog's gonna find you.
You walk out and forget the hat, forget the shades. Everybody remembers you. Everybody remembers what you look like, what you wearing, because you blew up a bathroom on an Amtrak train.
Yeah. So, listen. I like to eat ice cream to alleviate stress, but when you're on the run, I'd say avoid dairy. Generally
Avoid dairy. Avoid anything that's going to cause inflammation, right?
Yeah.
So then there's one second.
This needs to be the healthiest you've ever eaten in your life.
I'll look it up right now because now this is. I mean, people need to know the facts because there are certain foods that inflame you. Actually, I would even stay away from broccoli because if you're having any stomach issue, broccoli exacerbates it.
Yes, that's true. That is true.
I'd also say stay away from soy.
Mm-hmm.
I think that like soy and some people, there are things that there's a whole diet plan to find the foods that you're allergic to if you can't take the allergy test. Mm-hmm. And there are things that people are mildly allergic to that will never come up in a big way. Like it'll never be as bad as a peanut allergy. But you're mildly allergic, so it's going to give you like the runs or something. I would say soy, and then you already hit dairy. Then you're also going to like really, really want to keep in line with your overall bread intake because like inflammation is also a huge factor in just generally not feeling well.
Right. What even if you eat too much gluten-y stuff, you're going to get a little sleepy.
I would say go to cryotherapy, but that's just me. If you go to a cryotherapy and you go ahead and get blasted with some cold, lock out some of that inflammation.
Yeah.
Right?
So if you're in a town that has a cryotherapy lab, clinic, I guess cryotherapy clinic,
storefront. I mean, it's really just a tank.
Storefront. Okay.
It's really not that special. It's just sort of a tank and it's a walk-up situation as well. You really don't even need to make an appointment.
All right. So a city that has an ice box, do that. Okay, so if you're going to be on the run, let's focus on the run part of it, man. This is got to be the best shape you've been in your life.
Yeah.
Okay, take care of that body. Watch your diet. Honestly, going on the run might be the best thing that's ever happened to you.
Honestly, going on a run might be tantamount to going on a marathon run. Like, I feel like a marathon shape, because you're going to need to run at a given moment, so you're going to need to stay limber. You're going to need to stay toned. A lot of people think that muscle tone is physique. Muscle tone is actually, the definition of muscle tone is actually how quickly your muscles can spring into action.
Right.
We've made it an aesthetic thing of like, oh, you're so toned is in you look cut.
Right.
But it has nothing to do with that. And you're going to want to stay toned. You're going to want to stay hydrated, but not so hydrated that you keep running to the bathroom.
You don't want to keep going to the bathroom.
This is honestly the what do you want to call it? How do I describe this? This is honestly the fine line of hydration between being dehydrated and being so hydrated that you're. This is sure.
I can tell you liked it though, actually.
No.
Yeah. The thin wet line.
If you have to pee too much, you're going to be looking for bathrooms instead of looking out for exits. You know what I mean?
Oh.
You're also going to be going
I like the way you worded
places.
that.
You're going to be going in places.
What's in places? People and cameras usually.
Yeah. So now it's like, okay, we're looking for a suspect on the run. 5'10", white male, shades, hat.
Always saying, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Usually enters establishment saying, get out of the way, as he heads towards the lavatory.
Move.
Yeah. Tends to stay in these bathrooms for anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah. Terrible diet, clearly in there for too long. Starts as one thing, becomes another thing.
Imagine if they truly catch you off of bathrooms. Like you're not using credit cards. You're just getting caught on CCTV. It's literally like a whole Law and Order episode of like, yeah, I saw him. And it's like, it's also a guy holding it. He's like holding, because he needs to go to the bathroom so bad. And he's holding it. And he's like, the detectives are standing in front of the bathroom. And he's like, please. And it's like, hey, someone was murdered. So maybe if you could help us try to find who did it. Because the cops love doing that on every cop show. They remind you the stakes for the other people, for the victims. And then it's supposed to shame you into talking to them in that moment.
Right.
But imagine you really got to go to the bathroom. And he was just here. And you don't know where he went, but you know he was just here. And the cops are interviewing you. And you're like, can I please go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
And it's like, listen, someone lost their life. And you could help us before it happens again.
Yeah.
Okay?
No one lost their life here. It was somewhere else. But the guy we're looking for is just fucking up so many bathrooms.
All right.
Everywhere we go.
Skid marks everywhere.
We call him the skid marks killer.
He literally is just using the bathrooms of the people that he's killed.
It's his calling card.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, just to see like them chasing that fugitive and having the scene where the detective puts it together, where he remembers how every gas station they've gone to that he's been spotted at, the bathroom has been taped off.
Yeah.
And he puts it together. Wait a minute.
He lights a match every time.
Okay, so we got manage your diet, stay hydrated, get fit if you're going to go on the run.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, get fit if you're going to go on the run. But also, look, I think that we have to talk about, we can't talk about this thing without talking about the detective that's going to be looking for this guy. You need a grizzled detective who, like, used to have a butthole, but now he just doesn't. He lost it.
Now, hold on. Well,
because, you know, you always need the detective and the serial killer to be polar opposites. Every good Morgan Freeman cop movie has a serial killer that's the opposite of him.
Right, yeah.
You really need someone who's just backed up, constipated. You really need someone who, like...
Instead of, like, popping Tylenol or Pepto like they always do, he's just full on, just, like, popping laxatives. Just, like... all the time. Nothing's happening.
Yeah. I think that he's like partially because the best detectives are also people who have it in them to be serial killers, which is why they can catch them. And so I think that what you're going to get in a story like this is you're going to finally get someone who sees the crimes, right? Sees the murders, sees the bathrooms, and is just like almost a little jealous. He wishes he could let loose like that. He wishes that in his life, he had the level of, like, he's too restrained, you know? He has too much control, and he wishes he could be as crazy as this guy is. Because he can't even go. He can't even go in a public one. So if like you see where this dude is like killing people and then using their bathroom. This detective, he can't even go if he's at like a baseball game, right? And he goes to the bathroom and he really needs to like use the bathroom. He can't go because there's so many other people there. So he sees how free the killer is. Right. And there's a part of him that he'll never explain to anybody. He'll never, because he's scared of people seeing that side of him. Because once you hear from someone how much they respect or maybe even admire a killer, you're never going to look at them the same way, you know? Yeah. And so I think
But he takes stuff the wrong way, though, because people will be like, God, Jackson, you're a real tight ass. And he's like, what'd you say to me?
Yeah. So he gets in fights with other detectives.
Nothing's tight down there. It's normal, and it comes out normal. Fuck you.
And I got to be honest with you. I think that our man, our detective, I think he's having some issues that he knows, he's aware, going to bubble to the surface, and he honestly didn't even want to take the case. He didn't want to take the case at all.
No,
his captain made him take this case.
I bet he was about to retire. Okay, he was about to retire early because he knows if he doesn't, it's destroying his family. His life, his personal life, is falling apart.
He was about to retire to the lavatory when they were like, "Hey, don't go in there. We have a case for you." And he was like, I can't right now. Right. And they were like, you're the only one who can do this. Yeah. And he gets to the scene of the crime, and he's honestly shocked that someone could so maliciously and brutally violate this bathroom. Like, there's a dead person there too, but like the bathroom is really what's of concern.
Yeah. And it's like a really fresh dead person too. Like, they're all walking in like with handkerchiefs over their mouths, but it is not because of a corpse smell at all.
Yeah, this person's been dead for like 20 minutes.
It's like it just happened. It's honestly amazing they didn't catch the guy.
Yeah. The bathroom, and you want to know the how you know the killer is truly unhinged? Mm-hmm. You want to know how you know that this person is like on the run, but also out of their mind, like calculated enough to kill and get away with it, but unhinged enough to know that they've left the edges of society behind. Mm-hmm. Every time they use the bathroom, they take the handle with them.
To the toilet?
To the toilet, yeah. They steal the toilet handle so that nobody will ever be able to like use it again. I mean, you could use it again, but now you gotta, because no one really sell toilet handles like that. So do you have to replace the whole upper deck, or like that's how you know this person's a terrorist? Because like, who thinks like that? You know what I mean? Like, that's so chaotic to take the handle, because now you can't even. It's not even a toilet anymore. Now it's just a bowl of water. It's like unusable, truly, you know?
Right. Okay. So to recap, avoid small towns. Uh-huh. Hats are a plus.
Yeah.
Cash is king. Mm-hmm. watch your diet, eat healthy, right?
Also, he took the toilet handle because his fingerprints were on it, so he couldn't leave a trace.
It's the only thing he touches with his bare hands.
I mean, he had left all types of DNA in there, but like, he don't want to leave the handle because that's fingerprints. That's too easy. They're gonna get him quick.
Right. Make sure you're in shape, and make sure you find your opposite. You find your opposite detective. I don't.
No, you don't want to find your opposite.
You don't want that.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. You actually
find a detective that's also pooping the way you are.
Yeah. You need to find a detective with like some serious bowel issues, because then he's gonna be too busy to catch you. This guy that I'm describing is a grizzled vet that is like has nothing but time to focus, because his internal issues, and when I say internal issues, I mean his guts. They're so riddled with guilt over like unsolved cases and bad cheese that he's like, I have nothing to focus on but this case, and that's how you get caught.
You remember in Die Hard when one cop's just like, I shot a kid, and he like says that, but instead this detective's like, I shit my pants.
Yeah, and
what happened out there? Why are you right at the desk now? I shit my pants.
And then everyone else is like, okay, you got a wild side. All right, everybody does, and he's like, no, I'm scared if I come into contact with this dude, I'll lose control. And it's like, all right, well, that's going to be a bridge that we come to when we cross it. Like, we can't not chase him down now because you're scared of what will happen. We have to be diligent. We can't be fearful, And so that's just where I'm coming from. Like, I think that this guy's like probably at least like 3 murders deep by the time we really get to know our hero detective. Because you know how like in a lot of these cop movies that with a versus the serial killer thing, what they will end up doing is they will be spending all this time. The first murder is how the movie starts. Then the second murder is like when the person's thinking about not taking it, right? Like half in, half out, and then there's a murder that happens. Now it's like, ooh, is that one on me because I didn't take it seriously enough initially? Then it's usually that second murder is what makes it realize, like, oh, this isn't a random thing. This is a serial killer thing. Oh, these are connected. That's usually what that one is. And the third one is the taunt. The third one is the like, hey, you can't catch me. And they left their calling card, which is no toilet handle, right? And the person's like maybe even still alive. Like they have, like now this was really just a break in and entering. Like they probably knocked the person over the head, but didn't kill them. So now you don't even know what you're really trying to solve. It's like there's 2.5 murders, and then there's a bunch of wrecked bathrooms, like more wrecked bathrooms than murders now. Yeah, it starts becoming clear that the bathrooms are the goal and the murders are incidental. He's just trying to get to these bathrooms. Yeah, he probably would, and I bet you, when you dive in, because all the other movies also do this thing where if they do give you a glimpse into the killer, it's usually into like what led them to kill, unless it's exposition, and it'll probably do a flashback then to him, like as like a teenager pushing someone out of the way to get to the bathroom. Yeah. And then they fell and they hit their head and they died. And that gave him a thrill though too. Yeah. He likes the the run to the bathroom. Because now he's really got to get out of here. Yeah. Like now he's under duress. Yeah. Which just makes him more stressed out, which just makes him need to go to the bathroom more. Makes it more of an emergency. So now it's this adrenaline train he can't get off of. Yeah, yeah. Also loves Chipotle. That's another big problem. It's also, again, his diet's not great. He has not been taking care of himself for a long time.
Not at all. Not at all.
You know fried Oreos? He pops them like pills. Okay.
Yeah, they start piecing together on the maps. He's hitting towns that are having state fairs.
He's like eating the fried corn on the cob at the carnival, and then the cop is standing at the entrance to the carnival. He's like, looks like you're out of your jurisdiction. Bites. He loses him in a crowd, which is like nearly impossible because my man is like pretty big. Like he's pretty hard to miss. But he loses him in a crowd.
He's breathing real heavy.
He's breaking like half the rules of being on the run. And then
yeah, exactly. We're not talking about this guy. This guy is not. We hope the detective gets him.
And then you see a guy that's been knocked over Family Guy style outside of a porta potty. And that's when the detective's like, oh no, we're too late.
I like that we have that shorthand of Family Guy style. The bent knee.
Yeah.
The back. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
And the arm by the back.
Family Guy style.
No one even bothers to check that dude's pulse. They just know. Also, by the way, the porta potty leaning like the Tower of Pisa. All right.
There's smoke coming out of it for some reason.
Yeah, that porta potty is doing the most.
Oh. This is probably a good time to mention this is a later record for us than normal.
Yeah, it is midnight. It's past midnight where I am right now.
Which isn't that late normally, but we usually go a little earlier. Can I pitch you a title for this episode? I know we don't usually do that.
Yeah,
I just want to pitch you a title for this episode.
Yeah.
Can we call it Move Accordingly, parentheses, the worst episode we've ever done?
I don't know if this is the worst episode we've ever done. I don't think it is.
It feels the worst.
I feel like I honestly, if I can be completely 100 with you, I actually feel like we're getting back to our roots because we haven't talked about any sort of bowel movement in like maybe 40 episodes.
Well, that's definitely not true. It can't be that long.
It's been a while. I definitely haven't had a story in a while. I don't know if you have, but anyway,
I don't know if I have either.
I think
getting back to our roots.
Yeah, I think that honestly,
getting back to our toots. Come on, I like that one.
I think that a good title would be Porta Potty, a true crime story.
No. I don't. It's gonna be so deep for any payoff.
No. Here's the thing. In the second act of this film, right? We've already had a face-off at the carnival, right? So
yeah.
in the second act, now we haven't.
This got so out of hand.
we haven't heard our hero detective speak. I feel like he sounds a little bit like this is the type of man that.
Oh, you got a little Morgan Freeman?
No, not quite a Morgan Freeman. This is like a drawl.
Everywhere we go,
yeah,
we just find poopy, more and more poopy.
I think that he's gonna be a little bit flowery in the language. You know what I mean? Like, okay. No matter how far he got, we were always on his scent. We've chased him through. Wait! Stop!
Yeah.
Stop making me laugh.
I didn't do anything.
All right. We've chased him through 3 states. 5 counties at 6 carnivals.
Something about this stinks to high heaven.
It was the Louisiana Parking Carnival where he did the most damage. 4 funnel cakes. 3 fried Oreos. 12 baskets of chicken wings.
Some of those children will never smell again.
And 1 ride on the Tilt-A-Whirl. Got everything in there shaken up nice and deadly.
Like a big stinky bomb.
It was the Illinois State Fair where things came to a head.
It's where we finally cornered the skid mark killer.
Just outside of Chicago.
That Italian sausage did him in. He finally met his match.
We saw wait. We saw
Jesus.
we saw an insulin needle in the parking lot, so we knew we weren't far. This man was trying to elude us and busted right out of his fly. The whole zipper was left next to a Honda Civic. So now you got this man like trying to hold his pants up, running through the Illinois State Farm, and like really like barreling past people, like really clotheslining people on the way, just leaving a trail of dead. All right, like.
So the full twist is this is just a scared, clumsy man. He did not mean to kill anyone. This is just a very clumsy man.
That's a great argument for the defense, but he was taking some people out. Like,
oh no, I'm saying he's still going away because with that many numbers, even if it's involuntary manslaughter, you're going away for a while. I'm just saying that's the final twist when our detective finally has him cornered. I don't.
I think
on a cruise ship or something.
Well, this is the thing. I think he manages beyond all hope to make it out of the Illinois State Fair. Right.
Right.
Then he ends up going to
Walmart. he's got him cornered in a Walmart bathroom.
He's got him cornered in a Walmart bathroom. People running out. Stampeding out of this bathroom, right? Yeah. And then he walks in, he kicks open the stall door, right? Mm-hmm. And in that moment, he's got him dead to rights, gun pointed, everything. And then he's like, I can't stand this, and he has to stand outside until the guy's done. Like he's like, this is so bad.
Yeah.
Oof.
And then after they arrest him and they put him in the cop car and they're driving back to the station, all you hear the guy muttering is, "I had to go. I had to go. I had to go."
And then you hear the detective, "Me too, son. Me too."
And then after he's put away in jail, the detective finally gets to go home. He lays his badge on the chief's desk. He goes, "I'm done." And he goes home, and then he goes into his house.
Takes some Metamucil.
Kisses his wife, goes and he kisses the head of his sleeping son, and he goes down the hall into the bathroom. The door closes, and then we just hear the worst noise. It's like a buzzsaw almost.
It's genuinely so bad that he does end up taking a shower after, and he takes one of the cop showers. You know those cop showers where they like slap the wall?
One of those cop showers where they slap the wall.
You know what I'm talking about, where they just
I know
like,
what you mean.
they're just like, oh,
Damn it, who are you? Yeah.
why couldn't I do more?
And that's the pitch we did to this studio, and they said we'd never work in this town again.
To be fair, the town was Alexandria. It was my hometown, and they really don't have the funding to make a movie of this caliber, really, you know?
Yeah. They also did not like the idea, but mainly also they had no budget.
Yeah.
Especially after that, that movie where the dance team had to save the rec center, and that was already kind of a debacle. So town never recovered.
I should also point out that they weren't actually like movie producers or executives or anything. They were just like dudes we were talking to.
I believe they kept saying they were parking attendants. I think is what they kept saying.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds fancy. Mm-hmm. That's a long job title, so that sounds fancy. So I assume they'd have some sort of authority.
A lot of letters.
A lot of letters in that title.
CEO is only 3 letters.
That's only 3. That's a chump. That's chump level of letters.
Yeah.
Parking attendant? Shit, that's basically God.
Pretty sure it's Dant.
Which is only 3 letters.
Parking attendant.
Intendant, you believe?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's us. So it's French. Well, we've lost the plot here. Should we open the mailbag, or are we too shameful? We don't want to bring our listeners into this.
No, we can open the mailbag. I genuinely don't think this is the worst episode we've ever done.
I'm kidding. I'm doing a bit. Come on now.
Okay.
Do it a bit. We just did 30 minutes on poop. Come on.
It wasn't on poop. All right. You realize that, right?
Poop as a plot device.
Not even that. Are you not aware of what we made? The art that we put together? Are you seriously going to tell me that you don't think what we just did was on par with Along Came a Spider?
Well, I think on par with that, yeah.
Like, all right. I mean,
this is how. Listen.
No.
You know me.
That's fine.
No. I'm not shooting down this. I have to be hard on my ideas to make them better, and to push for them to be the best they can be. Because I'm also not just handing this idea over to just some hired gun director who's gonna come at some Brett Ratner motherfucker who's gonna come in with no heart, no eye, no style of his own.
Look, I think that sometimes when you're hard on yourself and it's something that you did with me, it feels like you're being hard with me, and then feel great. It feels like you're not proud of what we made, and that sucks. Gotta be honest with you. Doesn't feel good.
Like someone looking at their phone when you're trying to tell a story.
I really was trying to find this art.
This one here, I actually want to start with an Instagram message because this also will lead into an email. But speaking of, names of villains, like our skid marks killer, last time we talked about you if you'd become some sort of ice-based supervillain. Mm-hmm. We got a message from Christina on Instagram and said, is it too late to trademark or suggest Josh's villain name be the Punisher? But I feel like that would be my name as your nemesis.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'd be the one you're trying to take down with your ice powers.
Yeah, it's like how Joker always has like a Batman name for Batman and Robin.
Right,
like
yeah.
Batsy and Boy Blunder. Like,
yeah. I believe, I think we said that the name you settled on was Man with Ice Powers Who Hates Puns, right? So I think it's perfect then that I'm the pun-based super villain or superhero. Listen, I don't think there's no heroes in this. This is just two guys.
I'm absolutely
with superpowers.
fine with there being no heroes.
Two guys with superpowers who are just making a fucking problem for the city. There's another movie. No one's done that one yet.
Mm-hmm.
No one's good, no one's bad. It's these two guys just hate each other, and it's inconvenient for the entirety of this metropolitan city.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. This one here, this is from Corey. This is an email, and the title of this one is Josh Supervillain Name. Kind of on the same theme here. Hey guys, loved the show. I thought of the perfect name, perfect supervillain name for Josh. The pun Ice Sure. I await my icy death at Josh's hands.
Oh, I think I may have pulled a muscle because that one was a reach.
Because pun Icer is already works, but I like that he made it pun Ice Sure. Mm-hmm. Still put the SH in there to really make it a cumbersome pun. It's pumbersome.
Okay. Wow. All right. I'm gonna.
All right.
I want to do something that we rarely do, and I'll take full responsibility for keeping up with this. Okay.
Okay.
And I don't know
what's gonna happen right now. By the way, to be honest with the audience, I have no idea what you're about to propose.
I'm gonna take full responsibility, and I will admit that I don't know how we will keep up, but I feel like this is something where if any listener is inclined to write in,
sure,
and use the subject title, so we have to know, or else it'll get lost. Use the subject title Porta Potty Sequel. I want to hear from you, the listener, what you think happens next in this trilogy. All right. What do you think happens to our cop? Does our villain escape prison? You know?
Is there a copycat?
Is there a copycat? Or
copy crap?
Is this person's son gonna take up the mantle of the bad guts that lead to the unchecked crime and chaos that terrorizes America?
Who is the next set of warm cheeks to sit on this throne?
Mm-hmm. So, I want to hear from you what you think happens next, because I personally had a great time doing this. I think it's very funny. I think it's a good time. And I look, I'll even extend an olive branch and apologize to anybody who didn't like it. This is not what the show is going to become. Even I may just read them for me. Who knows? But like,
if I could have a request to keep these outlines fairly succinct. Don't, because we get some long ass emails, and I'm worried I'm going to get like a full script treatment.
Yeah.
For this
just
sequel.
Remember that what you send us will not get made.
It will not get made. And if I get bored, I'm going to stop reading it.
I really needed this. And so once again, I hope that even if this was
much like our killer, Josh had to expel some demons.
I really hope that even if this is not your thing, you enjoyed it, because it's all in good fun.
Yes, I also had a great time. I was just goofing. I was goofing, Josh, like I do on the show, and you were on brand and hating my goofing, but
but I'm telling you now, this is not what the show will become. But I do want to revisit it at some point.
So your wrap-up thoughts are, I'm sorry, we won't do it again, but we're definitely going to do it again.
Yeah.
Perfect. I love that. I think that's a great.
I feel like that's very reasonable.
I think it's reasonable.
Yeah.
We do this every week. Who knows? Who knows what stories need to be told?
Yeah. Thanks so much for listening to the Josh Johnson Show. We had a great time recording. I hope you had a great time listening. If you are looking to catch up with us on any of the socials, you can find me at Josh Johnson Comedy on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, where we're going to be posting clips of the show. You can also hit me up at Josh Johnson and at Josh J Comedy if you're still using Facebook. And if you are looking for Logan...
Sorry, I broke. I don't know what happened. It was just you going, yeah. It's just like you had just come down from a weird high. You can follow me on Instagram at Logan M. Nielsen, and if you want to get into the mailbag and send us your proposed sequels to Porta Potty, A True Crime Story, you can email us, joshjohnsonshow@gmail.com. You can also leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Also, if you want bonus content, like a potential trailer we'll put out for Porta Potty. That's probably not going to happen. But we have a bunch of special content on Patreon, patreon.com/Josh Johnson Show. We have bonus podcasts there. We have video content. We have replays of our virtual live shows that we do every month. We'll probably be announcing our one for November pretty soon. I don't think we've scheduled it as of this recording yet, but keep an eye out for that. We do have some live shows coming up. We will be in Minneapolis at Acme Comedy Club November, what is that, the 14th or something? 17th. Yeah, 17th through the 19th. Yeah. 17th or 19th. We'll be there for that. I'm very excited about that. I'm going to speak for Josh and say he is too. He's giddy with joy.
Super excited. I am. I am.
Yeah, I know.
We had a great time last time.
And I didn't even perform when I came up. I just came up and see you.
Yeah.
So this will be fun. We get to spend the weekend performing up there. And I'm excited because I don't have to fly anywhere for that one. I get to just drive up. That's only a couple hours away.
Wait, you didn't do the show last time?
No, I just came up to see you, remember?
Oh, okay. No, I just remember
we recorded at the hotel. That's where we did the episode about you going to the mall. But yep. So I came up for the day.
Mm-hmm. That's what it was.
No, so so we get to work there for 3 nights. I believe 5 shows total, I believe. Right?
Yep.
Dope. It's going to be a good time. I'm very excited for that.
Well, hit us up with your sequels. If I will say this is a thing that I think is maybe worth it, and I will read them. All right? So you don't...
No, you won't.
No. I will read them. I'll make time to read them, right?
Okay.
If it is wild enough, I think we should do it. Like a little,
what do you mean,
little snippet of it on the show. If it's good enough, if it's like funny enough, we should just take a little time to be like, do it.
When you say do it, you mean read the email, or do you mean
like I
do like a reading?
Do like a reading of it.
So now at this point, now we're asking for scripts now.
Not a full script. No. It's just when you read it, I think that it's different to just read what someone wrote, like might happen, and then to perform it.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's going to be poop based. My request would be please put in as many puns as you possibly can, especially if Josh is reading them. Okay, thanks for listening, everybody.
All right. Hey. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really supports the channel. Hit the bell notification because apparently it's the only way YouTube will tell you that something happened. And just tell a friend. That's the biggest thing you could do. Just tell one person in your life that you like, maybe you don't like, that this video happened to you.
We release the podcast every Thursday on all the podcast apps, so you should find us there and subscribe on those and comment and leave reviews and whatever on all of them. And also, if you want bonus stuff, you can join our Patreon, patreon.com/Josh Johnson Show. We have bonus podcasts and videos and stuff there, and we'd love to see you.
been so fascinated by what has turned out to be Women's Week in Space. Could not have seen this coming. Truly could not have seen this coming. Okay, so basically, just to bring you up to speed in case you are just like living your life or whatever. There was a Blue Origin. They went up. I don't know what to call it. Because some people get offended when you call it a trip, but then other people get offended when you call it a mission. So it was a flight. It was a flight to space. So on this flight to space, on this Blue Origin flight to space, you had Carrie Ann Flynn, who's a film producer. You had Lauren Sanchez, who is Bezos' fiance. You had Aisha Bowe. I think that's how you pronounce her name. And she's an actual like aerospace engineer. And then you had Amanda Wynn, who is a bioastronautics researcher, which when I saw the words together, I was like, every once in a while you'll see somebody who has a job or a field of study that makes you feel dumber than is fair. Do you have it? Because you'll just be living your life and then they'll be like, I'm a bioastronautics researcher. And it's like, is that Iron Man? What do you... I don't know. She went to Harvard, so you had Carrie Ann Flynn, you had Lauren Sanchez, you had Aisha Bowe, you had Amanda Wynn, you also had Gayle King, and then you had Katy Perry. You had this set of individuals come together to go up in space. So here's what happened. Basically, they went on this Blue Origin flight. Now, Blue Origin is owned by Bezos, and it is like space tourism, pretty much, where they will send you up there, you'll fly up there, and you'll look around, and then they drop you, but it's like completely safe. And there was a bell. I don't know what the point of the bell was, but there was a bell that they rang before they got in. And ringing the bell was how you could tell that Gayle King didn't really want to go at first. Like that, like that was tough. In case you didn't see it, I think Aisha had just rung the bell. She was all happy. She was like, yeah, gets into the little craft, and then Gayle's walking up behind her, and she goes, I've only seen that face one other time, and it was when my mom was trying to teach me how to drive. I love my mom, and I know my mom loves me, and I know that my mom, but she believes in me sometimes too much, Like my mom would say the stuff that parents are like quote unquote supposed to say when you're a little kid. You can do anything you put your mind to. Oh, you may not get it now, but if you work harder, you're smart enough to figure it out. All of the positive affirmations you're supposed to give a kid to get them to accomplish something down the line, something difficult, right? Something that may seem nearly impossible. And I really believed my mom when she told me these things. When my mom told me, oh, look, you may not be the fastest, the strongest, you may not be able to grasp something right away, but if you put your mind to it, if you put your mind to it and you read that sentence over and over and over again, eventually you'll get it. And then if you keep doing that with the whole book, you'll understand it. It's just, my mom was, always imparting on me that enough attention and hard work
could get you to the places that talent got other people easily, you know? And these are important lessons. I look back at the things that my mom said, and not only are they true, but I wish more people heard them, because sometimes when you just pump somebody up too much initially, you give them a false belief that they'll just get it or it'll just come to them, and then when it doesn't, they're more likely to give up, right? Whereas if they're told off top, you're not that good at this, they'll know that there's something to work towards, and that the thing is possible, that everyone who ever accomplished anything wasn't already good at it. It took work, it took perseverance and everything. And I believed my mom when she told me all these things until it was time for her to teach me to drive. Because when we got in the car, my mom was making a face that didn't exactly say, you can do anything you put your mind to. You know what I mean? Like, it was, yeah, I mean, like if I could do anything I put my mind to, I'm putting my mind to driving, and then you get in the car with me, you sit in the passenger seat, and you going. I'm starting to think that there's more to this whole thing, you know. And so Gail walked up. They all get in the craft and they all pop off. They all get in the... It was shaped weird. But I'm not an astronaut. I'm not a physicist, I'm not a scientist, so I will be using the wrong terminology a lot. Be patient with me. But this rocket craft, this... It wasn't because a ship feels substantial. You know what I mean? Like, the Death Star feel like a ship. This feel like the tip of a rocket. Feel like they got in the tip of the rocket. And so they in the tip, and they leave, right? And so they but up, you know what I mean? Like, they driving but up, right? And so they shoot right up into the sky, and they're gone, right? And I thought, when I heard about it initially, I thought, oh wow, they're gonna be gone. I didn't know anything about Blue Origin. I didn't know anything about the flight. So I thought they'd be gone for maybe, who knows, like a week or something. Like I thought it was gonna be. I was like, man, Gail gonna miss some, you know, Gail King's on the morning news. She gonna miss a couple of days. You know? Like, Katy Perry's got a whole tour that she's starting on, like. And I'm sure that, you know, Aisha, like, I'm sure the people with, like, jobs I can't pronounce also have somewhere to be. So I'm like, they're going to be gone for, like, a week. And then they came back almost immediately. It was 11 minutes. I didn't know it was going to be 11 minutes. And honestly, 11 minutes, because here's the thing. The whole thing is a very cool sounding thing, and I've never done anything like it in my life. So I'm not diminishing what it must be like to go up that high. I'm just saying I've been on runways for an hour, and I feel like for what it was, they should have got some more time up there. That's just me. That's just me. I'm not. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying if you go ahead and you do all this stuff to go up there, like, don't make it a high five. Like, let me be up there for a while. And then they come down, and it looked like they landed hard. Now I've both heard from friends, and then I read a whole thing about how there's this thrust that they use with the landing where it basically goes off one time to sort of soften the blow a little bit on the way down, and then it goes off one more time to make sure that you don't slam into the ground. that being said, enough dirt did move that I thought they slammed into the ground pretty hard. I thought they were all gonna be flat when they opened the door. When I saw that, I was like genuinely worried. I was like, that look, ooh, like it made me by myself sitting in my apartment go, ooh! And it doesn't help that the audio also doesn't sound great. I don't know if you've heard the audio of them coming down, but they're up there in space and they're floating and everything. And then when it's time to come down, all you hear is, like, it's the most garbage, like, It made it sound like they were hurting them in there. Like, like, no, listen to it for real. It sounds insane. And don't get me wrong, if it had been me in there, I can confidently say, if it had been me in there with them, you wouldn't have heard anything. You wouldn't have heard anything because I would have already passed out a hell of a long time ago. I would have passed out so fast. As soon as I saw Earth coming back fast, I would have been like, nope, thank you. You wouldn't have caught me screaming because I would have been unconscious. There's no way. I wouldn't be up here. At most, you would have got a... Like, that's all I'm hitting you with. No, that was crazy. That was crazy audio. Oh! It honestly felt like, okay, because it did low-key feel like what happened in the landing was like somehow everything Gail was worried about going up. Yeah, because this is also what happened. The only other time, I know I was talking about my mom teaching me to drive and everything, but I think the other thing that makes you make a face like that, like ring the bell, and then walk towards the flight crap ship. I think the other thing that can do it is like a bad pep talk. There are good pep talks. There are pep talks that like really bring it out of you. The thing that the person saw in you that was giving you the pep talk, it comes out through their inspiring words, right? You see it a lot in football movies. They're like, Coach, we can't. Coach, we can't get another touchdown. They big. They big and we not as big. Coach, we can't do it. All right? They're big and they're pushing this way and we're trying to go that way. Coach, it's impossible. We cannot get another touchdown. I know all we need is another touchdown to win the big game and not feel like losers, but it'll never happen. And then the coach is like, you listen here. You listen to me. Because I'm the only one with a discernible accent in the film. You can tell me all day what you can't do. But even when you say it, even when you say you can't do it, you know what's in there? It's can. Keep saying that you can't do it. Keep saying that you can't do it. Every time you say you can't do it, you're saying you can do it, but you're adding extra. You don't need the extra. You can do it. You can do it if you just want it bad enough. How bad do you want it? How bad do you not want to be a loser? This team, they beat you every year. That's why we're doing the film. Every year, they beat you. We covered it. And we even covered in the foreshadowing that one of you is going to have a lifetime injury. But every year, they beat you in this game that doesn't really mean anything. But you put your bodies on the line to lose out of fear. You don't have to be afraid anymore. You got to put your bodies on the line one more time. This is your very best I want from you because this is it. You're seniors. this is all you have. Some of you are barely going to graduate. And none of you are making it to the NFL. So unless you want the last game that you ever played in your entire life to be a loss, you'll go out there and you'll put your joints, your tendons, your cerebellum. You'll put your knees, your ankles, your Achilles, your MCLs, your ACLs, your finger joints. You'll put it all on the line, all for the sake of that American pigskin to get to the other side. Because this is war. This is exactly like war, except you're not really fighting for anything. And when you win, when you make it to the other side, when you get that touchdown and you're standing there and they topple over the field goal post, which is going to cost thousands of dollars. And everyone runs on the field to try to lift you up, and they hurt their backs because they're old. But you're all this town has, because industry left decades ago. And so they'll try to lift your oversized bodies on their shoulders. But it won't work because everyone in this town somehow has sciatica. So it's not gonna be pretty, but when they lift you up, and you, quarterback, when your girlfriend tells you she's been keeping it from you the entire season, but she's pregnant, you'll be like, wow, at least my son's gonna have a winner as a father. And you, running back, when you're holding your leg hoping it's not that bad, it is that bad, by the way. Hoping it's not that bad. You're dragging it, trying to celebrate with everybody because you're behind, because everyone sort of ran to where the touchdown was and you were hurt, so you couldn't get there, and then everyone trampled you, but you got up, which is important. When you're all lifting your helmets, like they're the helmets of warriors. I want you to think about this speech. I want you to give yourself this speech every day that you go to a job that you hate. Because this is how you're going to get through life. This is an all-American pep talk. Now go out there and win. Or don't and hate yourself for the rest of your life. But go out there and do it, right? I felt like Gail got a way worse pep talk than that. I feel like Gail's pep talk was just like, girl, why are you so nervous? You ain't gonna die. You know how hard it is to die? You're not gonna die. Just because you're going miles above the earth and then they shoot you in there with fire, you're not gonna die. It's just, you know what I mean? It's gonna be a little explosion under you, and then that's gonna shoot you up in the air, and then you'll be in space. You'll be floating. And I'm sure they got it under control. I'm sure you're not gonna float forever and then never come back. I don't even think they would let that happen, all right? And then when you come down, I'm sure it's gonna be fine. I'm sure you won't be like, oh! Like, I'm sure it's gonna be fine. When you head back down, I bet you it's gonna be so smooth. You're gonna be floating down in a little parachute they do, and then I guarantee it. And then when you fall, you know, when the little craft hits the ground, you won't break your back at all. You know what I mean? That's already been done. We talking research in the 60s and 70s where people came back down and broke their whole back. That's not you, okay? That's not gonna be you at all right? All you gotta do is just trust the experts that have already built this thing. Trust the people that trained you and went through the process of what's gonna happen. And trust that, you know, at the end of the day, God is in control. So if it's your time to go, it's your time to go anyway. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you do all the math you want, but if the Lord wants you, he'll take you. And that's, you know what I mean? That's not, you know, we not on our time, we on God's time. And so if God wants you to die right now, you be dead. You know what I mean? It's like, why are you worried? Why are you worried? Just, you made everything right with everybody before you went, right? Like, it's not like you even need to. I'm just saying, like, when they close the door, just ask for forgiveness, and then let what will be, you know? Que sera, serat. No, she just looked like she had one of those rough pep talks that had her like, okay. And they went in there. And when they shot up, they had about, I had to read this part, I wasn't sure, but they had about 4 minutes of like weightlessness, which I thought was zero gravity. It turns out it wasn't actually zero gravity. They were falling, but slowly, because they went up to the, I'm gonna mispronounce it, but they went to like the Kármán line, and the Kármán line was discovered by this dude named Kármán, named after himself. That's what dudes tend to do. It's my thing. So just so you don't forget who brought you here. But yeah, Kármán was he was German, and you know I had the absolute pleasure and the honor of going to the Jet Propulsion Lab today and getting a tour. Well, don't clap for me. I didn't know anything before I got there. But I got a tour, and they they were explaining that Kármán was German, but he came over before. He wasn't a Nazi. He came over before everything really popped off in Germany, and then he actually helped develop rockets to shoot at the Nazis. He was kind of the most opposite of a Nazi you could be. He was kind of like, hey, get them, right? Which did make it awkward when we brought those Nazi scientists here. That's gonna be a quiet day in the lunchroom. Woo! You just eat your sandwich, it's like, oh, hello, Hans. I see you made it out. Beautiful weather. Yeah, basically, they went up to the Kármán line, and then when you go past the Kármán line, that's like when you're like in space. Now, admittedly, I didn't know any of this, so I thought it was all space. I thought as soon as you left, it was space. I'm not saying I've ever been on a flight and I was like, ugh, space. I'm saying like they were high enough that they saw the moon and they saw like the corners of the earth that just looked cloudy, and I was like, that looked like space to me. It's very spacey. And what I loved about them floating, so a lot of people gave them like a ton of flack as if they were just taking selfies the whole time. It's not they were taking selfies, there's just cameras in the thing. They were looking at the cameras, but the cameras are above the window. So everybody's like, why are you looking at the camera? Look out the window. It's like, no, they were looking at both. They can see the window because the camera's right above it. And so they were looking in the camera some of the time, but you can see where everybody's looking out the window too. And they were weightless, so they were all excited. They're like, oh, look. And they were like, one of my favorite things was at every stage, there's just so many there's so many shots of Katy Perry floating in front of the camera that were genuinely very fun. Like they're like someone will just be in the middle of like, and then Katy Perry. Man, yeah, that was great. That That was dope. Like, and she just had stuff too. There was one point she had this daisy, and I was like, all right, yeah, I guess. She had like her tour set list there. I was like, y'all let Katie bring anything she want on the flight. That's wild. Man. I was half expecting Katie to bring a picture of Katie up there. That was dope. And they were having fun up there, you know. It was nice to see people, you know, have fun. Then they came down and everybody was so mad. Everybody was so mad at them. Everybody treated those 6 women like they were another reboot of an all-female Ghostbusters. Everybody. People were so mad at them. They landed and people were like, why'd you go in space? Why are you floating, Katie? Like, geez, sorry. Man. And admittedly, they got out, and I did see Katie's interview. Right when she got out of the craft, and look. All right. I'm gonna do my best. Okay. I know when somebody is like annoying or odd online and you say one thing, you're one person that says one thing, it's not, in your mind, that big of a deal because you're one person saying one thing. You might not even be saying anything that nasty. You're one person saying one thing. But if 10 million people all say something, we are now piling on one person who didn't do anything but be, I don't know, I guess a little tone deaf or annoying or whatever, right? So quickly, what could have been like a couple people being like, that's not it, turned into the entire internet being like, oh, send her back. That's me quoting Wendy's. You know Wendy's, the sandwich company. You know Wendy's of baked potato fame? Wendy's was like, send her back. And then even, you know, Katie's team shot back at Wendy's like, how dare you wish death on Katy Perry? It's like, all right, both of y'all need to chill because she didn't die the first time. They said send her back. I don't think anybody's wishing death on. All right. And then, you know, she had her interview, and I've been the person who has tried to help the person who didn't hear what they sound. Okay, a good example is there was a foreign exchange student one time at my school, and whenever people transfer, especially like the year's already started and they transferred, right? That is an easy target for other kids. That's a kid that's not, I'm not saying they have to get bullied, but are potentially gonna get bullied because now anyone who is at the bottom of like the high school hierarchy, there's a new person. We don't know anything about this person, so unless they prove that they're very, very cool, very, very quickly, they can be at the bottom. And because no one wants to be at the bottom, the people that were at the bottom also pile on this person, right? And so I remember just being in conversation with people like, hey, chill, leave them alone. I know they're a little odd. I look back, I was bullied. I was bullied when I was a kid. And now as an adult, I look back and I'm like, bullying is wrong, but I do see where a couple of them were coming from at certain points where I was doing the most. Like there were a couple times I did open myself up to some scrutiny. Yeah, I mean, like there are a couple of days that I could have not been humming some musical theater number so loud in the boys' locker room. Like I could have not invited some of that in. I know I was just being myself, and everybody should be allowed to be themselves. But there's also common sense.
And I don't know. Yeah, I was definitely in that situation one time as a kid. And I was like, hey, look, I know that they're different, but they're different. Just chill, right? And then one time they took out all the crystals, put them on the desk. Class hadn't started yet. All the crystals on the desk. Everybody, look, what you doing? It's like, oh, these are my crystals. And then I was like, all right, y'all, be cool. Be cool. And then they grabbed two of the crystals and they're like, brrr. I'm like, nah, see, you're not helping me help you. You see you're not helping me help you right now. Who else in the class? Who else doing it? I'm not saying don't be an individual. I'm just saying you know these aren't good people around us right now. I don't want anybody to be just bullies for being themselves, but yeah, she comes out and they ask her, some questions. And admittedly, this is the other thing people got to keep in mind, that some of the questions they asked her were a setup because that person interviewing her was not like a journalist. I'm pretty sure they worked at Blue Origin. Because the first thing they say to her is like, you're officially an astronaut. She didn't say that. They said that to her. And she was like, thank you. And then they were like, tell me how you feel. And she was like, I feel so connected to love. Y'all be cool. See what I'm saying? Do you see? This is how it happens. I know. I heard it too. I know. But y'all be cool. Because Katy Perry was doing a lot. In fact, Gayle K, they asked Gayle K. They were like, hey, what was it like? And then she was like, oh, we get up there and Katy actually sang. When we were up there, she sang What a Wonderful World. We were up there. And to me, just to me, that sounds like a little too much. We only gonna be up here for like 5 minutes. I don't know if I want to be floating, listening to what you've elected to sing to us. It wasn't like they were floating like, Katy, now! Like that wasn't... I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm not saying anyone didn't enjoy it either. All I'm saying is that that's what Gayle Cake said, and when she said it, I had hoped. This is what I genuinely want from the bottom of my heart, is for Katy Perry to have sang What a Wonderful World like Louis Armstrong. That would have been fire. I'm not gonna lie. That's a Katy I can get behind. If Katy was, I see it in the rain. Railroad through. Floating? If Katy Perry had been floating, singing what a
I think to myself,
be amazing. Oh. That would have been incredible. Look, that's the thing that I don't know how much they paid to take that flight. I would pay that much money to see Katy Perry do that, floating. That'd be amazing. But you just, in your heart, you kind of know that's not what she did. You know what I mean? You know she did it in the most like theater kid way possible. You know what I mean? They in space, they float, and she was like that. Go ahead and plug up that one ear. Try to find the note somewhere. And you floating too, so it's extra hard to find. People were so mad. I didn't even know, I don't admittedly know much about space at all. I don't at all. That's the wildest thing, is that I shouldn't even tell you this, but basically, okay. So I went to the Jet Propulsion Lab, and they showed us this these arrows that are basically tracking pretty much like all the things that are known, right? So pointing at Mars, pointing at certain like planets, moons, everything, and the arrows will randomly change based on what they're pointing at. And admittedly, this is how dumb I am, right? I was confused when everything wasn't just pointing up. I'm not a flat earther. But I can see how people get there because in my head, it said Mars and then it went left and I was like, Mars ain't left. This thing broken. Mars ain't left at all. That's crazy. Mars supposed to be up. I'm getting an attitude in my head. I'm like, Mars supposed to be up. What you mean Venus down? You ever been, that's where China is. People don't have any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's wild. They just It went to point at Saturn and it was pointed at me. I was like, this thing broke, dog. I'm telling you. No, I don't know much about space, and there were so many people that were like, they faked the whole thing. They didn't even go up. They never went up at all. The whole launch was AI, and then when they landed, that was a tape from a different time, because those people definitely died. And it's like, no, they don't need to fake it. They don't. I'm not trying to come out in support of like Blue Origin specifically, but it's like they don't need to fake it. This is like the 11th one that they did. They did like 10 of these already, and no one cared. Like, they didn't do the whole press run like they did for this one, so they just did 9 of them in peace. The first one that they did, I think, was William Shatner was on it, and he was like, I was saying all this space stuff, and it's like, bro, you also... Like, that is the one thing I'll say. That is like the one critique that I have of the internet's response to this, is that it's like, a part of me is like, y'all are mad because it's all women. You know what I mean? When William Shatner got off and he was saying all the space stuff, you were like, oh, William Shatner got to go to space. That's so cool. And it's like, yeah, that is cool. That it's cool for anybody to get to go to space because it's space. It's rare, you know? But you can't let him off the hook for saying like hoity-toity stuff just because he played space. This is my thing. Maybe I'm the only one that feels this way, but I was happy for Gail that she got to go. I know that she's not, you know, like an astronaut. I know she's not trained in this sort of thing, but Gail needs a break. We make Gail interview everybody before their life fall apart. We made Gail interview R. Kelly right before jail. Don't act like you don't remember that. We made Gail sit there. R. Kelly know he going to jail too. You could smell the jail on him. He knew he was going to jail. That's why he was sitting there, didn't know what to do. He was half singing, half crying. Is this working? Sweating, people coming up to blot the sweat off, and you're like, y'all kidding me? Hitting notes while he screams. Gail had to sit there the whole time. Robert. Robert. Are these cameras on? I hope these cameras are. Robert. Gail needed a break. Let her have a break. You know, let her go to space for a second. Because there's not that many differences. Tons of similarities in the people who went up to space and the people that went to Coachella. There's a ton. Both have potentially horrific bathroom experiences. You know what I mean?
Like, true, imagine. Because, first of all, you at Coachella, right? And you just trying to get through your day, see your favorite bands, have experiences with your friends. You're financing this thing. It's gonna take you months to pay off, trying to make the most of it. And so maybe, yeah, you had a chili dog before you came. Now you're standing there, sort of stand dancing, listening to Weezer. Sick riff comes in, and right then you feel it. Not a quiet one. A quiet one is your body telling you, hurry. You ever have one of those quiet ones that like, it's just a moment, and only you know it happened. You're the only person in the world that knows. It reminds me of those moments in a horror movie where a little kid's like, run. So you book it. You go out of whatever badge area you have and everything. You don't care about anything. You're just running, trying to get through. And what do you find? A line. A line to use one of the most blown out porta potties in the history of America. This thing, it's like a little wooden. It's like they're not even supposed to be wooden anymore. This is from Woodstock, 1977. Same thing. You know, maybe try and make the most of life. You get this incredible experience. You get to go to space. You get to go to space with these incredible new women that have come into your life through this experience. You've had your 2 days of training together, getting to know each other, doing this like op-ed together and everything, and you try and enjoy life to the fullest, and so you do. You get ready to go on this space trip. It's gonna be 11 minutes, but they're gonna be an incredible 11 minutes of your life. And so yeah, before you leave home, you have a chili dog. You have a chili dog, and you're walking on, and you ring the bell. You're having a good time. You strap in and everything, and right as you strap in, you're waiting to take off, and you hear. They take off, you feel a couple G's, you're like, no. You get into space. You almost touch the Kármán line. Then you hit the ground. You hit the ground. Plop. Okay. I made it. 11 minutes. I held it together. You pop out of the little pod, trying to calmly look for the nearest bathroom. Everybody clapping. Everybody clapping. Oprah there, the Jenners, everybody clapping. And then somebody runs up. How's it feel to be an astronaut? Can I tell you in 5 minutes? Oh, there's a ton of similarities with Space Trip and Coachella. Both cool outfits. You know, people at Coachella usually make theirs, but they have these cool suits made and everything. Both things sponsored by Amazon, sponsored by Bezos. Both things yield really interesting, esoteric captions on Instagram. You know, they ask Katy Perry how she feels, and she goes, "I feel so connected to love." This is the most powerful spiritual loving experience I've had, second to the birth of my child, right? And be honest. Tell me that's also not Instagram caption about Coachella. Like that, like if we're being fair, you know? When I watched Katie's interview right out of the pod, I was like, y'all clouded this woman just because the edibles hit. Like, everyone was so mad. They were so mad. And I don't even think they're mad at, like, Katie or any of those women. I don't think they're mad that, like, the thing is, like, tone deaf in nature or whatever. I think they're mad because people are, like, having a hard time living. Do you know what I mean? It's like they are kind of like the easy placeholder right now for how we feel about how the actual world is. No one's really mad at them. If they had gone and come back, you wouldn't have known. That's how little it affects our actual lives. But we're mad because we see it and we see because the thing, the thing with a Blue Origin as well is we don't actually know how much it costs to go up. And we know some people get invited to go up and some people have to pay. But they do a thing, and this is very crafty. This is how the rich stay rich, right? We know that it's like $150K deposit if you want to go. We don't know what the next installments are. And I feel like we don't know what the next installments are so they can charge people different stuff. Because maybe you put down 150 and then you have to pay another 150 to go up. And then you put down 150, but you got to pay 500,000 to go up. And as long as y'all don't talk, it's all good. Because these people come together from all walks of life and all these different places in the world, and they go up. But for a similar flight, for a similar flight to what they did, there was a guy who paid $28 million. All right? He's allowed to be mad. He's allowed to be mad that anybody got to do it for free because 28 million, even if you're a billionaire, 28 million is still a dent. Like, that's wild, 28 million. So I'm just saying, it's wild that thing, we're assuming anyone on that flight had to pay. I can't imagine Bezos making his fiance pay. You know, I don't know if anybody on that flight paid. And I know that the only poor version that we have of what they did is froyo. Because you ever been filling up your cup and you don't have that much of your account, so you gotta fill it with hope. You gotta hope that, like, that's a lot of air. That's a lot of air. Let's just put it on the weight right here. $5.50, thank goodness. One time I was getting froyo and I was by myself, but there was a woman checking out before me, and she had stuffed it, got the cookie dough in there, and she had the M&Ms. She had a couple extra flavors, and it was high. It was like a little pyramid of froyo and everything. And then old boy went to ring her up, and it was $135. And I was like, I know he lifted the scale because I'm looking at $17 easy. And then it was my turn. And I put my little one flavor with 2 poppin' bobas in there. And he rang me up for $13.59. And I was like, so, you got your thumb on it, or what you do? This is crazy. Because I don't think we're that mad at them. I think what's actually happening is that it's very hard to get by right now, and it's hard to escape. And I don't know. Everyone could use a little escapism one way or another, and we're losing access to that because whether you want to go on spring break, and spring break is the most expensive it's been in potentially recorded history. or you want to just go to Coachella. Dude, Coachella tickets. So I didn't even know this was happening. Apparently, there are people that are like financing their Coachella trip in like installments. Like they putting Coachella on layaway. And it's not like some people. Apparently, it's like 60% of ticket goers are like on a payment plan for Coachella, which is insane. That's wild. That you, in increments, long after, you still paying for Coachella, long after Coachella and stuff. And then you see these people who get a break. They get to go to space for free. And you know they could have paid. You know they could afford to pay it. You get angry. And I think people would be less angry if they just went ahead and whether they did a whole flight or half a flight filled with people who just need a break. You know what I mean? That's all you gotta do. Just get like two of the most tired moms you can find. And you barely have to pitch them. It's like, look, you will be weightless for 5 minutes. They'll be like, put it in my veins. You know, just find like one server who's done like 2 doubles in 2 days. You will go to space and you won't be able to hear anything. Yes, that sounds right. You know, somebody who's down on their luck just needs to pick me up. Somebody who life has been incredibly hard for. You just grab them and you tell them, hey, I want to give you a trip to space. It won't be long, but it'll be spectacular. You will see Earth in the way that few people will ever get to in their entire lives. You'll see the beauty of the entirety of the planet, and you'll see how small all these people, all these problems, all these things are in the grand scheme of the universe. And Katy Perry will sing What a Wonderful World like Louis Armstrong to you. It'll be spectacular. Y'all been amazing. Thank you so much. I'm Josh Nation. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all have a fantastic night.